Last but not least, we have tree. Now, tree is one of my favorite exercises in the entire regimen of Pilates because you can literally do it anywhere. You do not need to be up on this fancy piece of equipment in this box to do any of the short box. Really, you could just use a chair. Let's be real, right? But tree teaches the body so much. The first thing that I always tell everyone, no matter where you come from or what level you are, is forget about the hamstring stretch. The hamstring stretch is going to be there no matter what, unless you're Gumby, right? Everybody feels a hamstring stretch, okay? It's not about the hamstring stretch. It's about, can you keep the support and lift of the shape you choose on top of both hips, albeit one leg is very unevenly weighted to your spine. Here's what I mean. Here we come up on in, all right? So now, my left leg and my right leg, my brain and my back know that these two things do not weigh the same as they did when they were both down here doing the same thing. Like, my brain knows, right? So when the leg begins to stretch, forget about the hamstring stretch. Go about halfway at first, which for me, that's my halfway. Whatever your halfway is, do halfway, right? And listen to where your lateral body has been set up from your side reach, side bend, and your twist, right? Listen to where you found spinal flexion from the round, but how much support you needed up into your upper body from your flat back. Find all of that in whatever shape you in. Are you curved? Are you straight? Whatevs. Are you a little bit behind your tailbone, which will let you hear the weight more? You're going to feel more gravity on you if you're curved back versus if you're more on top of your sits bones, right? Then you're going to feel more of the, how do I control? So you pick your poison. As the leg reaches up higher, don't collapse your lateral body. Don't collapse your back. Lift and pull. Bend and pull it back in. You're really pushing the weight of the leg up and away and scooping and pulling it back in. That requires your quad to work and your hamstring to lengthen. You can add your flex and your point and all that fancy stuff. We could do the full choreography of walk down and walk up. We could do all of that. But before you get to that, you've got to figure out where you hold yourself up. That's what tree is about. Then being able to climb up and around, being able to keep that curl under, especially down into that leg down there, and walk up. I'm not dropping. I'm not falling. And I'm also not yanking and trying to yank more hip flexion to get more hamstring stretch. No, I'm pulling under and away from, just like when this leg was under. And then I'm pulling up, and I can choose to come up to a flat back. And yeah, all the good things. All the good things, right? Now, I think you can pretty much see how tree is in everything, right? Tree is about our bodies being able to move through crazy planes in space. And you just kind of have to suffer through it like a billion times before you wake up one day and go, dang, think I should do some tree. So I want you to try rolling like a ball, open leg rocker, and find tree in that moment of when you have to pull yourself back up out of the mat. Feel yourself rolling back away from to roll into the mat. And realize that tree is where you set that up and where it can help make those exercises juicier and more informative. Oh, and doable. So I really like to liken tree to stomach massage, right? Because stomach massage is about not collapsing weight down and back into your back as you move around. Right, true story. So true. But what if we could get some of that actual leg action in the stomach massage too? You know, you mean play around? Yeah, I mean play around. So I'm on 2 red springs. For this, again, you could go lighter, but I wouldn't go heavier, right? Find your feet up on the bar. Take your round over, take that feeling of pull, and let this pull feel like you're latching your Q well and pulling the back of your pelvis up over around, while at the same time, you're trying to find the tail, reach up into the heels, reach into the bar, reach under the foot strap. Okay, so again, 2 springs, round it over, press out. You should not be too excited right here, but don't take that for granted, okay? Make sure you're still lifted because it's really not that much spring. Your legs shouldn't have to do that much on these springs. You should make it more about how you pull the reformer back up with you while you stay connected to your feet on the bar, right? Because it's not that much spring. And now as I go back out again, what if I could keep that curl under and be able to bend and pick up one foot and bend and put it back and come back in, right? What if I pressed out and I bent and lifted it, and then as I came in, I reached and I pressed and pulled, and I came in and I reached. I'm gonna do 2 more because this is freaking hard, right? But if I apply that idea of tree and lengthening out through the leg versus trying to get the hamstring stretch, and I'm looking for how to hold up, well, you get all the trees, right? So out I come again. I'm going to pick up one leg, and as it comes in, it reaches out, and I'm thinking lift, and I've got this pull, just like I had that pull. Choreography is a thing, right? And reach out. All right, that pull of my arms underneath, I'm gonna show it to you right here, right? Right there, look at that, that's a tree, right? That's a tree with a one-legged press and a stomach massage and your short box, because in Pilates, we really make like 6 shapes over and over and over again in space on different pieces of equipment, upside down, on your stomach, on your side. So if you don't know where those fundamental exercises and beginning exercises that, like I said, short box is taught across all the different schools of Pilates. Everybody has short box in there. But not everybody is really working the nitty gritty. That is the secret sauce that carries the rest of the way through. So try it out and then let me know how much it changes for you.